Hi guys, I am in the car again because I'm running errands and this week is crazy busy and this is probably the only time I'm gonna have a chance to make a video this week. So that's what's happening. If you haven't been to my channel before, my name is Emily and I had VSG surgery on August 20th of 2012. I'm very close to being 5 years post-operative. I've lost over 120 pounds and what else? What else would you like to know about me? I had struggles along the way, that's for sure. I had regains and I didn't lose a lot of weight initially, well, as much as I wanted. And I went on to lose more, and a lot of times I talk about that on my channel, and I talk about mental health stuff, and I talk about things that we struggle with. A lot of times women, I'm a single mom, and I've been through a divorce, and I work full time. A lot of times I work 50 to 60 hours a week, have a YouTube channel, and I try to keep up on other stuff. So come follow me, speaking of, on Instagram at gingerlifegoals or EmilyAMvsg, and I'm also on Snapchat, my new Snapchat, EmilyAMOfficial. Come see me. So getting into it, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today about mindset, more talking about mindset and weight loss mindset and just goal-oriented mindset. So no matter where you are, I don't care if you lost every ounce of weight that you want to lose, you are still going to have to work on maintaining that. I don't care if you still have 120 pounds to lose, you are still going to have to work on that too. It's just, everyone still has to have this mindset, I feel like, and that is progress versus perfection. I came from a very perfectionistic mindset for myself, I think, because I was always trying to earn people's praise. I was trying to earn people's respect. I was trying to earn people's words of affirmation for myself since I was a very young age, because that's what I needed the most, and I didn't get it where I needed it from. So I always was trying to earn that, and no amount of anything that I ever could do would have earned me, you know, the praise from the people that I wanted. That just had to come naturally because they loved me. So coming off of that, though, I was always hard on myself. I was very hard on myself if I didn't get something just right, or okay, so I, you know, got A's but I got 1 A minus. Like, that annoyed me a lot. And so I've always struggled with that. And I remember doing like Weight Watchers, which I am so not a fan of Weight Watchers, but if it worked for you or if you've had success with it, I don't want to talk bad about it, because I think the different strokes for different folks, and it's very important in the weight loss world to have that mindset, is that you have to do what works for you that's healthy. But Weight Watchers was not good for me at all. So I would do it all day long and journal and track my points, and then I would be starving at the end of the day because I probably didn't know anything about nutrition, and you can eat whatever you want on Weight Watchers, so I probably half the time would eat, you know, the crap that I ate any other time when I wasn't on a diet. So I would eat it all, and then it would be like 6 o'clock at night and I'd still be starving, and I wasn't going to be able to go to bed starving, so I would probably binge or just be totally over on these points. And then sometimes you could carry them over, like in different programs, you could carry them over, and as long as you didn't go over a certain amount during the week type of thing. And then I would do that one day, and then the next day did the same thing. So it like sounded good for the first few days, and then when I get to the end of the week and it's like, oh, this isn't working, I'm not doing this right, and I felt very much like a failure. And that's not Weight Watchers' fault. I'm not blaming Weight Watchers. There's other issues that I have with Weight Watchers, but I will say, because you're tracking, and you could say that with MyFitnessPal, I track my calories on a daily basis and I track my carbs, and those are the two main things that I look at. So, you know, I could say I'm failing at that if I don't meet those, but I've got such a different mindset, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to be very redundant at, going back to so many other videos that I've said this in. Well, actually, it's only been like a couple, because I've only recently kind of told you guys, but I've been doing therapy for 2 years now, and it is key. I'm just going to say it right now. If you took the time to go and have your stomach 80% of your stomach cut off, or you had your colon rerouted, or you had a band placed around your stomach. All of these things. You had to go get anesthesia. You had to go to a surgical facility or a hospital. Most of you had to spend the night. You had to feel terrible afterward half the time. Couldn't, eat for a few days. Like, this is a big deal. And if you're a little bit post-op or a lot post-op, you might not be remembering just what you went through, but that was a major thing that you did. So for you not to go and get the therapy that is required to change this mindset, it's silly. And I didn't do it for 3 years after surgery, so I'm absolutely guilty. But I'm just telling you, you should go get it, because it's going to decrease your chances of regain. I'm 100% confident in that you're statistically going to be less likely to regain your weight if you find a good mental health therapist that will help you with all of your issues, especially why you overeat. And that's what I found. But so that mindset for me of the perfection had to change. And my therapist would say to me, I would say, well, I wish I did this, or I'm not even talking about weight loss. It was always usually talking about other things, but it's just transitioned into my weight loss mindset. I wish I would have done this. I should have done this. That kind of talk. And she'd say, wow, you're really hard on yourself, Emily. Like, you really don't think very highly of yourself. This is, a while ago when I first started. And so she changed my way that I speak to myself, and it's taken a long time, and I still catch myself sometimes saying those things. I say, I would like to do this going forward, instead of saying, I wish I would have done this, or in the future I would like to do that, instead of the negative self-talk, talking about what you maybe want to improve in the future. So instead of getting to the end of the day and saying, or even the end of a meal, or even one day of vacation, and you're like, I screwed that up, I guess this vacation's gone. I was gonna do just a cheat meal this weekend, but this turned into a cheat day. It can stop immediately. We don't have to think that we failed. We don't have to think, well, we failed, so we might as well just give it up for at least this period of time until we decide that we're gonna go all out again. I have talked to people that they're like, I'm not gonna start my diet until I'm completely ready to do it. Well, that's scary, because we're never really ready to start anything new like this. And that's why I'm really a big advocate of little changes at first, not like going out and buying like a completely, entirely new pantry full of food and refrigerator full of food and all this. I have gradually gone to a more clean eating lifestyle. And will I ever just not eat sugar or junk? Probably not. I feel like there's always going to be a small place for that in my life. But I'll tell you this, I've gotten more and more strict. I used to buy more sweet things and junky things for my kids, and I'm even strict about that now. I thankfully don't. Well, thankfully, there's pros and cons to having a partner in your life, and they are wonderful if you have the right person in your life. But I am thankful, as far as my eating goes, that I don't have another adult in my life that I have to bounce things off of or buy certain things for that are triggers for my eating, because that's very dangerous. So I completely understand that some of you are dealing with that, and I get that. You're gonna hopefully have to find ways around that or discuss these issues with that person. That's the only thing that we can do is just like to be healthier that way. But I do not allow hardly any like junk crap in my kids' house, in my house for my children anymore either, because they go to their dad's 2 nights a week, and they eat enough junk over there. I'm just, like, he's admitted that he doesn't really feed them very healthy. So they get enough junk. They get candy, like every little outing they go on, like parades, school, treats. It's like everyone's like reward for everything is candy. So I don't need to have that stuff in my house. I just can't keep that stuff in my house, because I don't believe in them eating it anymore. Carbs, like, kids need carbs differently than someone like me that is still trying to lose weight. Yes, I'm still trying to lose weight 5 years later, but I'm not like obsessing over it. It's a different mindset that I used to have, and I would be okay at the weight I am now too. I just think I want to challenge myself more, because I think I can lose more weight. But my kids don't need to lose weight, so they can still have those carbohydrates, but they can get those from like fruits and unprocessed, complex carbohydrates, not the crap that you see that is totally geared toward kids. So I'm going on a tangent right now about that, but perfectionist mindset will not get you anywhere. And if I would have had surgery and then gone and said, I am completely eating clean and I am not going to eat, any carbs, or I'm just going to eat, just a tiny bit of carbs right immediately after surgery, I would have failed. It's different after surgery because you are going to lose weight pretty much, no matter what you do, but you have to slowly change. At least my personality type kind of has to progressively change and not be perfect right from the get-go, because I don't think it's sustainable, and habits are developed over time. It takes like 3 weeks to develop a habit. So start with little changes and give yourself credit for the little changes. And at the end of the day, give yourself credit. Write in a journal what you did right today, what you did that was a positive choice for your diet. Even if it seems like in your head you're like, well, I ate, Burger King. I ate a Whopper today. Not that you could fit a Whopper in, but maybe like if you stretch it over 2 meals, those types of things, what you could do is look at that and say, if you really wanted to, you can say, well, I didn't eat French fries. I didn't get the fries on the side, or I didn't get the bun, which wouldn't be a bad meal anyway. Whopper Junior or Whopper without a bun and cheese. It's a little bit keto. I mean, it's not the cleanest thing that you could eat, but it's not a bad choice. Like, give yourself credit for the little things. Or I didn't eat that piece of chocolate cake that I was staring at that birthday party. Or I ate half of a piece of chocolate cake, not the whole piece. Or I wanted to take some home with me and I said no because I had some at the party and I knew if I took it home with me I would binge it all later that night. Give yourself credit for all those little things. That's all I wanted to say. I'm going to keep it kind of short and sweet and just say that's where I'm coming from today. Progress versus perfection. Every time, perfection is not attainable. So let's not go there. Let's do what's going to be good for us in the long run, right? Shall we? All right. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe below if you haven't already. Like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video.